So Katherine, my question to you is, how has HIPAA changed since the regulations were first enacted?
Okay, thanks, Meredith. I'm a healthcare regulatory attorney and have specialized in HIPAA since it was the Kennedy-Kassenbaum law. And that was back in 1996 when that was enacted, and it took several years for the series of privacy and security and transaction and code sets regulations to be promulgated. The first effective date was 2003, and I think it's important for those of you that maybe have come to the data breach world in the past couple of years to remember that there's a regulatory foundation for all of this. And the high-tech breach notification rules sit over top of a HIPAA foundation that's been on the books for almost 10 years now. When the privacy and security HIPAA regulations took effect, privacy was 2003, security was not long thereafter. Covered entities, which are healthcare providers and health plans, those affected by HIPAA, and their business associates scrambled around to put in the policies and procedures and training that the regs required at the time. And I think a lot of organizations then said, we're done. We have a compliance program, that's it. And there was sort of little action until high-tech came along in 2009. And no matter what your political stripes are, I think you have to thank President Obama for us being in the room today to discuss healthcare privacy breaches, because his stimulus bill in 2009 contained the high-tech law, which set the ball down the road for data breach notification. That's why we're here today, and you know, it is a sort of an additive set of rules that high-tech brought us on breach notification. And those regulations, after the law was passed, took effect in September of 2009. And I want to point out that we're operating under an interim final rule, which in regulatory parlance means that when the rule took effect in 2009, it was effective. People had to comply with it. There was a little bit of a grace period for enforcement, but we still don't have a final breach notification rule. And I'll talk in a moment about kind of what we can expect. But the whole regulatory foundation is about to change with a series of tweaks to the breach notification rules and other high-tech implementing provisions. But to back up even further in the past, the foundation that covered entities have to have their HIPAA compliance programs sit on top of is one of assessing on a regular basis, a periodic basis, their privacy compliance and their security compliance. And organizations that don't do that regularly, or at least periodically, once a year even, stand to lose a great deal in the event, and we've heard about the inevitability of data breaches. So not if, but when that happens to an entity covered by HIPAA, lately, the Office of Civil Rights is becoming very sophisticated and very aggressive in the kinds of information that it requests of entities that experience breaches. And the types of information that is included by the regional offices in their friendly-like letters after entities report breaches includes all manner of questions regarding the entity's fundamental compliance with HIPAA. And organizations that haven't paid attention to that stand to lose a lot in the realm of being investigated after a breach. So I'm here sort of the proposition to say, you know, have your insureds, your prospects, your risk management activities include making sure that there's some nod given to basic HIPAA compliance.
And Katherine.